Hello, welcome back to our project analysis. This time we're taking you up to the north to explore Canberra Crescent Residences. But before we dive in, do help us to like and subscribe to this channel where we will be bringing you more project insight as well because more launches are all coming out. Also, do join my Telegram channel for the latest updates should any first-hand property updates or developer bounce out units or any insider info, or you can just contact me directly. So one of the key concerns, there are many surrounding private condo and EC around Canberra which we will need your attention in this video, as when there are so many supplies already in your vicinity, how will you actually stand out? And we will draw a lot of reference to what are the surrounding prices that have been transacted and what are the unique features that people will pay higher for when we are comparing between private condo and an MOP resale EC. So this is the project info jointly developed by King Leong and Loh Keng Huat Singapore. So total 376 units with 4 blocks of 12 story. And this is a 99 years leasehold project that will TOP in April 2030. This total land area is close to 220,000 square feet. And it even have a childcare center for you, which is very good for young families, right? So you can save a lot of time in terms of traveling up and down when they are working and sending their kids to school. Also, this childcare center is on a lease basis, so the rental amount will go directly into your MCST funds. Another thing to highlight, 100% car park lots.
Ooh, finally.
Very long never see 1:100%, yeah? Especially all the new launches now, 40,
yeah,
50.
actually, what we see on the ground is every time people walk into the project, because I'm used to showing projects around, they will keep asking, how many car park lots? How many car park lots? So I always have to say this is 80%, this is 50%. Because right now, a lot of people, although government is trying to control the number of cars, a lot of people are still rich enough to buy a car, and people are now crazy over EV cars also. So they will also ask me, 80% got EV chargers or not? Then like the one recent project, I don't want to name which one, it never state how many EV, but I tell them that this developer actually does shopping malls, so definitely they will bring in EVs . And then the buyer was feeling like, hey, then you all should at least state in the brochure or something like that. So actually this car park thing is quite a concern to many people, and I will believe in Canberra especially because this is more of a very own stay product. You will definitely invite guests over, all that. So 100% car park lot will really give you a lot of flexibility when it comes to organizing parties, hosting guests, all that.
Then looking at the unit mix, developer focus mainly on the, you can see, because own stay, right? So mainly on the 3-bedroom layouts. As this Canberra area is not much of an investor project, mainly for own stay buyers, upgraders, or even young couples starting out. And looking at the map, you are surrounded with amenities, school, parks, and it's just a walking distance to Canberra MRTs, about 7 minutes walk. Okay, so the project really feels like it's built up for really own stay families and wanting practical layouts.
Correct. I think even when you look at the master plan itself, when I see the land, because the land is right over here, this L shape that I'm drawing, these 2 empty lands are actually zoned for educational purpose. So you can see that government realize that over there is short of schools, and there are a lot of young families, especially in this area where these are all the new BTOs. So we will really see Canberra purchasers to be own stay people, and usually young families at least. This is why also developer take into consideration whether to build a childcare inside. So it really helps a lot of buyers who are looking at Canberra.
So as you can see, the surrounding, just all are surrounded by all the HDB blocks, which is very important because as you can see, the newly MOP BTO flats are mostly young families starting out, right? Planning upgrading of maybe 4-room HDB to a 5-room HDB, or even considering a private route to upgrade to a private condo. But then they still want to be in the same location as their children, maybe still in childcare now, planning for their, or even in primary school. So they are having a long route, primary, secondary, and some maybe they still want to stay in the same location because their parents nearby. which is why surrounded by HDB, it helps your private condo to have the value in your demand as well.
In the long-term aspect, because every year you will see different groups of people coming into this area, some for the schools, some for the new vibes that's in the area. So you'll have a constant pool of people coming in, and you won't see that when you try to sell, you won't find yourself stuck because there will be demand ongoing.
Yes.
But the more crucial thing is right now, because over here is filled with ECs also. So later on, we will be drawing some comparisons whether this unit type, whether will we win over the EC layout or the EC layout has some advantage over ours.
So this one is just now we mentioned about how many schools are within your vicinity. You see, in 1 kilometer, there are already 3 primary schools. Wellington, Sembawang, Townsville, and all the way from primary to secondary to tertiary, you are all surrounded.
Funny, then they still zone 2 more for education. Over there got so many children.
So because it's surrounded with many residential plots.
All the new plots I think all upcoming in Canberra.
And all young families as well. Looking at the views, you've got greenery area, and then looking at the heritage black and white houses, the landed views, so very scenic views. Then on the other side, you will be facing the residential plots. And then just now Jay mentioned the upcoming 2 plots of education. But then overall, the surrounding residential blocks, right, and ranging is about 50 to 150 meters. So just to give you a clear view of how distant are the Canberra Crescent Residences towards the other plots.
So I think definitely those that are facing the landed one will have a little bit more premium compared to those that are facing southwards towards the school and the BTOs. So if you are looking for a better price, I would say looking at the schools one will actually be better. And those who are looking for more luxurious kind of stay, if you are targeting like a 3 premium, 4 bedroom, I would advise you to go for those facing the landed estate, because this is what will help you sell easier in the future as well when you show your resale buyers inside your unit.
Okay, looking at this site plan, right, I just now mentioned about the big land size of 220,000 square feet. And what the developer built up that stand out is the space that is dedicated to this greenery and open area. About 74% of the land, which is about 170,000 square feet, is for the landscaping and facilities. For a 376 unit project, it doesn't feel too overly packed. Then this is the full-fledged private clubhouse. There is about 3,000 square meter. Entire facility zone stretches nearly 95 meters across the site, giving you a proper separation between the facilities enjoyment and your residential blocks.
Actually, why is all these facilities important? Because we are in the area of ECs, where ECs usually their facilities is full-fledged. So if you build a private condo in this area without a full-fledged facilities, or you don't stand out, you will stand to lose out in the resale market, because buyers, own stayers, they go in, they feel, I don't get to enjoy anything, but I'm paying a little bit more premium. Then why should I do so? I might as well just go for the ECs. I feel as the developer is King Leong, their projects, I think Armour Residence, Watergardens at Canberra, I think they have done a good job, and they are quite qualified to do this kind of higher end products. Actually, one of their projects is 21 Anderson, that's in the CCR market, which one unit costs about 6 million onwards, that kind of properties. For them to come into Canberra to build a condo, one is Watergardens, and this is the next one, which is why I think Watergardens, later on when we show you, the profits is quite nice.
So homestay buyers also want to have the feel good feeling when they step in
this condo.
Correct.
So now we see 1 kilometer from Canberra MRT. Because why I use 1 kilometer from MRT is because next time when resale buyers search for condos in this area, definitely they will only look at MRTs. In estates like that, usually the first priority is the MRT. So I want to see in this 1 kilometer, what are the kind of competitions that we have? What are the supplies of unit types that we have in this vicinity. So when I list down over here, I also mention whether it's an EC or not. So the EC are the top 4 condos on top. So we can see in the distribution, mostly, or I would say 64% of the units are 3 bedrooms. And you can see for the 2 bedrooms is quite undersupply, because like I said, there's so many ECs over here. So 2 bedrooms are quite undersupply, and the 4 bedrooms are also quite undersupplied, just a 17%. And in terms of the number of units, is also quite comparable for the 2 and 4 bedrooms. And I would say for the 2 and 4, definitely they will stand to be more unique or more in demand, because 3 bedrooms, you just turn everywhere is 3 bedrooms, nothing so special. And for the 5 bedrooms wise, I think they are the next $1 million profit earners lah. Because when I see the prices, later on I'll share with you also, the price that they buy in is really so cheap. Wow. They are the next $1 million achievers lah. Okay, so we see Canberra Crescent, we can see there are 91 2 bedrooms. We have close to 200 units of 3 bedrooms, and then 84 units of 4 bedrooms. No 5 bedrooms lah. Quite 可惜 I think. If they have some 5 bedrooms, I think it will be quite popular. But I would say if we want to focus on any units over here, first thing, demand supply will come into play. We want to look at those that are under supply. This will give you more assurance next time in the resale market. Why I say so? I show you some figures. So the current 2-bed listings in this Watergardens, I show you this is 169 units in total, out of which we have 81 units of 2 bedrooms. This is about 50% of the total resale listings in Watergardens lah. So usually when we see this kind of situation, we will feel, wow, 2 bedrooms so oversupply in the resale market they would not tend to earn well lah. But I show you over here, these are the profits between the 2 and the 3 bedroom. So over here I have 4 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, the profits. So I sort from the highest. The highest for 4 bedroom achieved is 438,000. And for the next one is a 3 bedroom at 293,000. And quickly after that will be 293,000 as well. But this is by a 2 bedroom. So you can see for a 2 bedroom to earn the same as a 3 bedroom is quite impressive. And you see the PSF increase is $368 compared to the 3 bedroom that is only $300. And below you can see over here, mostly in the top 10 is all 2 bedrooms. So in this area, Watergardens has already proven to us that 2 bedrooms are really under supply over here. And why it's so popular is also because, like you mentioned just now, it's a young family zone. So young families, sometimes they don't have any kids. Alright, they right now we have this thing called the DINGs, dual income, no kids. This group of people, they just want to stay with each other, just 2 of them. So I think a 2 bedroom will actually suits their need already lah. And this is where the demand is coming in. Dual income, they have high income, they are able to give you a good offer, and yet it's under supply in this area. So if today you are looking for more of an investment point of view for the next 4 years, 2 bedroom is something that you can consider. Instead of going into a 3 bedroom where the mortgage will be higher, the competition is also higher, you might find yourself stuck for a longer period of time. Okay, so the estimated launch price, we also want to show you how we come up with the estimated prices so that you have some time to prepare yourself before this comes into preview period. Okay, so the break-even price is 1,536 PSF. So how we calculate is usually to add a 7% harmonization to it first, because right now all the GLS is harmonized projects, and then after that we add a 20% profit margin for the developers. So it works out to be at 1,972. So how is this value important to everyone who are watching now is keep in mind that developers, what they care about is the average PSF that they want to achieve. Meaning to say they are able to launch at a lower price, maybe 1,007 to 1,008. They could have units going into this range. Then after that, in the next phase, like phase 2, phase 3, if you have seen our videos before, we talk about phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. In the phase 2, phase 3, they might increase to above 2,000 to even 2,002. This is how they create this average PSF that they want to achieve. So I will show you later on from 1,007 all the way to 2,002 what is the price that you should be looking at. Okay, and for this land itself, they didn't overbid also, because the difference over here from the second bidder is about only 1.4%, which is actually they give a good bid to win this land. And why is this important? You see, my every analysis, I will tend to use this because I don't want to buy from a developer that overpaid. If they overpay, meaning to say the next 2 developers, they can find somewhere nearby to go in at a cheaper price. Then next time when I try to sell at a good price, it's very hard because the next newest development might be cheaper than me. Okay, so you can quickly take a screenshot so that you can keep yourself updated with all the prices, go and do your own financial planning. Alright, I just want to compare to you. If I use this as an average that they want to achieve, these prices below is for Watergardens, which is very nearby to us. So you can see the newest project in the area is this price, and then now we are going at this price. So we are quite comparable in terms of the pricing. But for the PSF itself, why we are of a higher value is because we are harmonized projects. Later on, at each unit type, we will show you if I were to use Canberra as a non-harmonized project, how much should it cost? So that you have quite a fair balance or a fair gauge on whether is this project overpriced or underpriced. I also do up this. You can quickly take a screenshot because I add in this size of 7%, meaning to say I add in the aircon ledge, the rough aircon ledge size into the Canberra sizes. So you have a final outcome if today Canberra is a non-harmonized project. Then after that, all these PSF works towards this increased size. So you can have a quick comparison between the Watergardens and maybe some Commodore units that you want to compare to.
Then we will go directly into the bedroom type now. One bedroom, there are only 3 units and all are located at level 1. Nothing much to say because the floor plan is just as such.
One bedroom usually.
Yeah, usually it's just like that. So the average of 1,900 per square foot, it will be about starting 777,000.
This one in Hokkien we call it P.
Yeah, they are all facing outer facing. Yeah, so facing the facilities, the landscape. Okay, and if you're looking for cheap and affordable 1 bedroom to find in the market, this is probably the only one.
Yes.
Below 800,000.
Currently.
If it starts from the average of 7, right? Go directly to 2 bedrooms. So 2 bedroom, there are total 91 units. To note that for all the 2 bedroom units here in Canberra Crescent, the washer and the dryer is located at the balcony. Although it is covered in the carpentry cabinets, but what we are worried now is when it is raining, the cabinets will easily get damaged quite easily, right? So there will also, the show flat unit will be the 2 bedroom. You can go down and see. And if you want to cover it up with zip track, we try to visualize already because there are 2 different heights. So mostly if you want to protect, you need to go measure two different type of zip track based on the height. Actually, why am I saying this before jumping into the layout first? Because these are the kind of small details that a lot of us won't realize until 3 to 5 years down the road, that these are the additional things that we need to know when we buy something, because this will eventually add up to your additional costs, or what are the possible things we need to prepare for. So for example, such as planning ahead with your renovation contractor on how to better elevate these issues.
I think this is also one point that you can take note of when you walk into the show flat yourself, because those agents that you meet inside when you walk in yourself, they are representing the developers and their job is to sell you the unit, and things like that. If you didn't ask, they usually will not mention, because once they mention, you will have a bad impression of the unit and they wouldn't shoot themselves in the foot to do that. But today, if you have an agent representing you, you find an agent outside where they can advise you on all these small little things. These are the things that you can be more prepared for if you are going into projects like that, so that you don't give yourself a shock when you take the keys to a unit. How come the washer dryer is over here? Then now I need to do this, do that. The feeling of getting that new home will not be so nice already.
Especially when you walk into a show flat, you will feel very excited. Everything's so pretty, but you never realize, the future problem. Yes. Rainy day how.
Correct.
So this layout, this will be a 2-bedroom compact. It's a 2-bed 1-bath typical dumbbell layout. It is a 570 square feet of stack 1 and 9. So you are facing the institution side. Okay, only 23 units. So the average pricing, it will start from, if 1,009, right, it will start from 1.08 million for a 2-bed 1-bath. Then let's compare. So Jay, the 2-bedroom, we will always use different surrounding developments to compare.
So this slide, a lot of things, just follow my flow. First thing you see on your left will be this Canberra 2-bed 1-bath, 570 square feet. So when I compare to the nearby developments who are the newest, we have the Watergardens and also Commodore. So this is their 2-bed 1-bath as well. And we want to see the prices over here. What they transacted over here as a sub-sale unit is 1.1 to 1.18 million. And then for the Commodore is 1.13. So I can safely say in the resale market, buyers that can accept a 2-bed 1-bath, they are looking at about 1.1 to about 1.2 million. Alright, so people who are looking for quickly, they can stay inside 1.1 to 1.2 million. So over here, if I'm to deharmonize this Canberra layout, what we see will be this size will be 610 square feet. At the average price that we're looking at, this is still within 1.1 to 1.2 million range. So anything above, I'll try to suggest you not to buy. Because you will exceed surrounding new properties and you might find yourself overpaying a little bit. So anything that touches about 1.2, if you give me another 50,000, I can still accept, but anything touching 1.3, try to avoid. Alright, and this will be the actual price actually, because this is a harmonized project with 570 square feet, actual average price 1.1 to 1.15 area. So this on the average is still safe. Anything above, try not to touch. So this is the 2-bedroom premium.
So this is 2-bed, 2-bath layout. Similar, just now I mentioned all the 2 bedrooms, the washer and dryer will still be in the balcony. Actually, these two, not much of a difference, 667 square feet, 2 on the inner facing and 4 stacks on the outer facing. So when you walk in here, this is actually a concept kitchen. Okay, if you want to enclose it, it's quite hard to enclose. Yeah, might need to work with your contractor, but I feel that it's not considered an enclosed or tuck-in kitchen because there will be a lot of work to do if you want to enclose it. Okay, and somehow this kind of open concept kitchen, right? It looks like a tuck-in kitchen, but it's taking up the space of an enclosed kitchen. Let's take a look at the average pricing. Average 1,900 to 2,000, right? It should mainly be the inner facing, which is facing the pool, and then outer facing, because they are facing, just as I mentioned, this area will be more on the heritage white landed houses there. Probably their pricing will be more on the higher side, premium loaded, about 2,000 to 2,001 per square foot. Yeah, so again, we will be comparing the surrounding developments.
Okay, so again on my left we have the 2-bed 2-bath, and then what we are comparing again is that 2 condos, 2-bed 2-bath. What we see is for their 753 square feet, they are transacting in the 1.5 and 1.3 million. So about 1.3 to 1.5 for Watergardens. And then for the Commodore wise, we see they are in the 1.3 to 1.4 million range. So we want to see whether we are going to overpay for Canberra. This is the actual price that we're looking at, 1.3 range for the average. So anything within, just try to make sure you are cheaper than Commodore because Commodore is also not a harmonized project. So as a harmonized project, usually the main aim is to buy cheaper than the non-harmonized. So try to not exceed 1.3 million. Okay, and whatever below is actually quite safe for you to enter into. Anything above, try to see whether you are really buying for own stay, because buying for own stay wise, you are going to have the views that you want to enjoy. So paying maybe a 50,000, 75,000, I will feel it's still worth it for that view. But if it is really for investment point of view, tenants, they don't care about views, the rental will not differ so much. So try to keep it below that. Okay, one more thing is what I realized is ours is an open concept kitchen for the Canberra, and Watergardens, what they have is actually a enclosed kitchen. Commodore enclosed kitchen. So today when you buy into the Canberra 2-bed 2-bath, this is one thing that you have to take note. When the resale buyers come into this area to find a 2-bedroom, usually they will also see Watergardens and Commodore, and you will get the rejection where oh, this is open concept kitchen. So that means to say your layout don't win the 2 projects, but what you must win with will be the pricing. Cheaper, people will feel okay lah. Since you are cheaper, then I will accept the open concept kitchen. So main thing, price over here.
Then our 2-bedroom top choices definitely will be the 2-bed 2-bath. Okay, just now you mentioned, right, looking at to enter at the right prices. So just stick at the one that is facing the inner side lah, which is around the 1,900 to 2,000 per square foot ranging. 3-bedroom, total of 141 units. I'll go with the 3-bedroom compact option first. So we'll go with the 797 square feet. So these both layouts, right? 797 square feet. It is the same layout, just that the facing is one again on the landed, another will be on the inner facing. And these two will be mainly on the school facing. Then the 872 square feet will be on the landed facing. So what's the difference? So now when you enter in, this is a tuck-in kitchen. So if you want, you can just build a wall to enclose it. Okay, then stepping in, your bedroom 3 will be here, bathroom. Then the other 2 will be on the left side. That which means you will have a much smaller living area.
The 3-bedroom compact over here, what we call it is a dumbbell 3 compact lah. And usually why developers build it this way is really to save the extra walkway that usually people will pay for more privacy lah. And they want to build a 3 compact over here, they give up that away, and you will find that actually everything is really side by side, everything compact together.
Trying to squeeze all the the bedroom or everything together.
But today, if you are a young couple, no kids, will you like this kind of layout?
I mean, I don't mind because I still have everything that I need. I mean, it's a proper room. At least I can fit at least a queen size bed.
Yeah, and that can be your study area, your office lah, mini office. But today you are a family with 2 kids. Will you get this layout?
So I need a bigger living area.
So from the way we think, or from point of view of a buyer, I would feel this one really lose out on to all the ECs. Because ECs, they buy cheaper. In the end, they will sell also. But their layout is really better because usually ECs, their kitchen is enclosed. Their whole layout is more spacious and it's more for a own stay product.
Okay, then we look over here. This 872 square feet is still a tuck-in kitchen. The same type of bedroom type, but now they give you an additional walk-in wardrobe. This area. So this is the price point lah. There are only 4 units, and it's all located on the top floor stacks. So they will do it like a more premium, which means also for, let's say the average pricing is 1,009 to 2,000 per square foot, right? Which is from 1.51 to 1.59. If you are paying for 80 square feet, it is almost 200,000 more for this extra wardrobe space. And a bit of exclusivity because you're at the top floor and landed facing in a way. So this one gives you a more premium feel, but you have to pay for the 200,000.
Premium, you must be premium person.
To pay for that wardrobe.
Your clothes very important.
So unless if you want it lah, okay? 2 more 3-bedroom units. 883 square feet will be facing the school. 172 feet is facing the school as well. This one 12 units, this one 35 units. So what's the difference? Now they give you additional flexi. So let's start with walking in first. When you enter, you will have a dry and wet kitchen. And then there is flexi room in front of your wet kitchen. It's called flexi room because you can either convert it into a study room, storeroom or helper's room. But I feel if you don't want to have this flexi room, right, because this is hackable, you can hack it and create an even larger dining area. Can sit up to even 10 packs. Yeah, so this is the flexibility, and it will make your entire living, right, even wider. And so if you really want to convert into a study room, this can be my video room. I can take my own video there. Then I don't disturb anyone, and I can just access to the kitchen to get some drinks, and then still go back to work and study. I continue do my video. So, and then all the rooms are tucked into one side. So this is the proper bedroom that most resale buyers prefer as well. Average pricing starting from 1,009 to 2,000 per square foot will be from 1.67 million to 1.76 million.
Actually, the way I see the prices is very similar to the recent Auto Place EC prices for a 3-bedroom. So now you're buying a condo for EC price. Actually now I see, although the layout might not be the best, but the price is really so close to the EC right now. So today, if you're a buyer who can qualify for EC or you can qualify for a private, which will you choose?
Which will you choose?
Okay, that's the question that you should come and contact us, then we'll discuss with you. Okay, so now when I compare the 3-bedroom compact, we don't have the Commodore resale or the sub-sale transactions. So now I can only compare to the Watergardens. So on top we have our 3 compact, below we have Watergardens. So naturally when you see the layout, you can see actually Watergardens win already. You see the layout, right? You see enclosed kitchen and the proper 3 bedrooms that we always see that's facing outside. Then dining space is almost the same because we can sit about 6 to 7 seater. So the pricing wise, we can see this is 904 square feet. They transacted 1.6 to 1.7 million range. So 1.6, 1.7, if we were to deharmonize Canberra, then our average will be in the 1.7 to 1.8 million range. So about 100,000 more expensive. But because it's harmonized, right now our prices is in the range of the Watergardens. Yeah. So today, should you buy into this range, the average price of Canberra? I would say not. Why? Because when you buy in, resale buyers come out, you have to sell maybe 2 million. For Watergardens, they also have to sell 2 million next time. But this enclosed kitchen, the regular layout of the Watergardens will give them an advantage. Of course, if the buyers are looking for like a newer property, then of course Canberra will win. But me buying for own stay, both are resale projects, I would see the practicality. So I would choose Watergardens. So sorry to Canberra. Yeah. So if you are cheaper, if you can secure units that are cheaper in the 1.5 range, then there will be a difference of about 100,000. Then you will be able to attract more buyers. But if you are in the same range as Watergardens, then try to look elsewhere. When you are in a balloting queue, definitely you have to see all the prices. So this is why it's very important for your agent to advise you on the balloting itself, which are the prices that you definitely don't want to touch anymore. Because a lot of when you go in, you get this feeling that maybe at this price okay, but when it comes to your turn, you tend to push yourself a little bit more. I'm here already, this unit that I like is still here, maybe I pay 50,000 more. Then you'll start to use your emotions to buy the unit. This is really not advisable. So really keep that price in mind. Always remind yourself, at this price I definitely don't want to touch other units. Okay,
so we always provide the honest review. So then we will come to our 3-bedroom premium, which is the 990 square feet. One will be landed facing, another will be one facing the landed, and other 3 will be facing the institution, the school facing. Okay, so this layout actually is almost the same as the 883 square feet, but the only thing is now you have a home shelter and a WC.
For how much difference?
So now it's 1.8. So it's about
150?
200 to 215,000 paying for a household shelter and a WC. Okay, now the floor plan is the same. Let's go straight to the comparison.
Canberra 3 premium, and then they are transacting 2 million for this property. Commodore wise, 3 premium is 1023. And then it's 1.9 million. So we can see for the resale newest is 1.9 to 2 million. What we have over here, the average should be in the 1.9 to 2 million range as well. So you can see hopefully our price prediction is quite accurate. So if today you are entering into the average prices, you are actually buying the same price as a resale or sub-sale market. So whether it's worth it, you have to go into the floor plan itself. Over here for Watergardens, once you enter, again, we have household shelter. And this is a dumbbell 3-bedroom. We have 1 room over here, then 2 rooms, 1 and 2 over here. Okay, so the difference over here is, I would say for...
Compact, cannot compete.
Very compact.
I feel.
Okay, so although the size is bigger, you don't see some difference to this 990. For the Commodore, once we enter, it's an enclosed kitchen also. This utility plus study again can be converted to a household shelter if you want to. This is more regular layout, but again, you don't see any difference. This is a not harmonized project 1023 versus a 990. So if I'm to deharmonize Canberra is 1059. The range, the size will be almost similar. So meaning to say resale buyers, they can't actually see much also. So it's very important for you to see whether this study works in your favor. Because what I can see from all these 3 is actually this study that you can enjoy as an extra space. Even though this is a harmonized project, 990 square feet, but you still see something extra over here. So it's important that there's something different from your layout to the resale projects.
And if you hack away this study area, it will make your living space even wider, so it can compete against this layout.
The visual
for
effect.
So top choice among the 3 bedrooms will be the 883 square feet. Why is it ranked the top choice, right? Because comparing second choice, 990 square feet, the difference between this 883 square feet, 1.67 to 1.88, right? 200,000 more just for household shelter and WC, definitely I will feel it is a big chunk of money. Yeah, because this layout is still very functional. This study, it is a very big highlight if you were to hack or if you were to use it to convert it into the household shelter as well. The storage area. Yeah. And then last choice will be this 797 square feet because of the very compact and dumbbell layout. Okay. Then we will compare again all the 3-bedroom future competitors. Why is it future competitors? Which means they are the upcoming MOP EC.
Because 4 years later, when we try to sell our Canberra Crescent Residences, we'll be competing with all the MOP ECs as well. So these are the competitors that I go through individually their floor plans to pick out what is their best layout. So for the Provence 3 Premium, you can see over here when they go in, you get an enclosed kitchen with a glass panel over here. It will give sunlight into the kitchen. And we also have a yard area plus a WC at 1044 square feet. So this 3 Premium gives you everything that you need. 3 bedrooms that's facing outside, a very regular layout, yet because it bought in at an EC price. So definitely they can sell at a much better price than Canberra as well. Then for Parc Canberra 3 Compact, 883 square feet, you can see an enclosed kitchen and then 3 regular bedrooms. Basically, this is the standard 3-bedroom compact that you can find. So nothing wrong with this, and I would say it's a very safe layout that any buyers can consider. Again, because it's an EC, cheaper. Parc Canberra 3 Utility plus Yard is a 947 square feet unit. So again, enclosed kitchen plus yard plus utility, and then 3 bedrooms, all can fit queen size, and I would say this is what Canberra is offering for the 990 square feet and also the 883 square feet. So again, EC at this size, they can command cheaper price. These are your competitors next time. And this is why at the start I mentioned 3 bedrooms over here, you have to carefully consider which one you want to enter. Because once it comes to resale, I'm trying to help you foresee in the future what your buyers might take up to go against you. So the prices that you see, what they bought in was 1.3, 1.2 million range. This is for Provence EC. For Parc Canberra EC, they also entered in the 1.1 or even some below 1 million for their good layouts. So you are buying how much for Canberra?
1.6, 1.8.
1.6, 1.8. They entered 1 million. 1.1 or max 1.2 million. So they are already sitting on us 500 to 600,000 gap that they can use for cushion. For you entering at this, you have to minimally sell about 1.92 million for you to break even or make a little bit of profit. But for them, selling at your purchase price, they can already make some handsome profits.
Then we will go into the 4-bedroom with total 84 units. 4-bedroom compact. So this 4-bedroom compact, 1163 square feet, 2 stacks 11 and 19 facing the landed, and 1173 square feet stack 18 facing the school. When you look side by side, the only difference that I can cite is the foyer, extra foyer, longer space.
10 square feet.
10 square feet. And same thing when you walk in here for a bigger bedroom type, a wet and dry kitchen, proper dining space and the living area with household shelter and WC. And now flexi. So just now the 3-bedroom premium, or the 3-bedroom premium and the 3-bedroom compact, they give you everything. Bedrooms are all tucked into one side. Price 1,009, average per square foot will be from 2.2 million to 2.3 million. Okay, so this is 1216 square feet, all landed facing. These two layout difference is the foyer and the household shelter. So one placement, one vertical, one horizontal. And then now this standard 4-bedroom layout, you have junior master. So different from the compact, and the rest are still the same with your flexi study room here, which you can hack away, and all the rooms are all tucked into one side. So average per square foot 1,009, it will start from 2.3 to 2.4 million. Then finally, 4-bedroom premium, 1,324 square feet, only 12 units landed facing as well. So you can see all the bigger premium are all facing the landed. Okay, so this floor plan, when you walk in, you will have your household shelter here, and now you have a bigger dry kitchen compared to the standard layout, and a wet kitchen as well. Then this study room or flexi room, again your big living dining space. So the space you will feel that is more wide and more open comparing to the 4-bedroom standard and the compact layout. Now you have these 2 rooms that you can either use one to be the junior master bedroom. Walk into your master bedroom, the difference is you have a proper walk-in wardrobe. So this premium of you are paying will be 2.5 to 2.6 million. Then we will look into the future competitors.
So for 4-room future competitors, I bring out 2 floor plans. One is Provence 4-bedroom, that is 1,399 square feet, and then Parc Canberra 5-bedroom, 1,453 square feet. What I want to show you is for this 5-bedroom, you can see for the transacted price back then when they first bought is only 1.55 million. So remember at the start I told you 5 bedrooms over here are the rarest, and also they tend to be able to sell the highest with the best profits also. Because if I go back right now, just now for the 4 premium, average is already touching 2.5 to 2.6 million. That means to say you have to at least sell at a 3 million next time to break even or make a little bit of profit. But for people who bought in 5-bedroom in Parc Canberra, if they purchase at 1.5 million, they sell at your purchase price of 2.5 million, they are making already 1 million. So 5 bedrooms right now, if you see any developments that you can afford, I think you will not go wrong. And especially in places like that where you buy a 4-bedroom condo and people in the resale market, they can find a 5-bedroom EC at a much cheaper price. Might as well they just buy that 5-bedroom. Alright, so this will be your main competitor if you are today buying into Canberra 4-bedroom. So keep in mind, next time when you try to sell, if you see Parc Canberra there is a 5-bedroom listing coming out, it's very hard for you to sell your 4-bedroom already, because that 5-bedroom have to sell out first before people will come to your unit. Next, why I put Provence 4-bedroom over here is because if you enter and you see a kitchen, a household shelter, a yard, and then this bedroom over here, 2 and 3 and 4 bedrooms. These are the regular bedrooms that you will see in all the projects. But why this one is not as good is because this bedroom is in the way of a very wide living room. Alright, comparing to our 4 premium in Canberra, you can see already it is a wide frontage living room. So this will give the buyers different view when it comes to view the unit. Yours at 1,324 square feet, you are winning a 1,399 square feet Provence 4-bedroom EC. So definitely they can sell cheaper than you, but the visual effect or the visual essence to it, buyers will still prefer Canberra 4-bedroom compared to this Provence 4-bedroom. So this is very important for you to know as a resale owner. You need to know what kind of projects and layouts will benefit your purchase and what are those that will jam your selling next time. So in this case, Parc Canberra will jam you, but Provence 4-bedroom 1,399 will help you. So it's very important next time when you try to sell your Canberra 4-bedroom, just make sure that there is a Provence 4-bedroom 1,399 square feet that is in the market, and you can easily tell the buyers, you go and see that one also. Then after that you come and see this Canberra 4 premium. You will feel the difference. Then that will help you push up your resale price next time. And then for 5-bedroom wise, definitely everybody buy 5-bedroom for their own stay. So if you are lucky enough when you are selling your 4 premium in Canberra, there isn't any 5-bedroom in Parc Canberra, it will stand to be the best layout in the surrounding.
So the Canberra Crescent Residences, the preview will start on 19 July and the launch date will be on the 2nd August. So feel free to contact me directly if you want to know more about any property updates or want to book a show flat preview, and I'll see you soon.